everyone, and welcome back. Today I am going to be taking my take on Merfolk. However, the main difference that I am having in the deck is I'm not solely just Merfolk creatures. I do have a couple of creatures that don't fit the bill in terms of being a Merfolk or not, just because I wanted to play an additional one drop that I think is very good and has a lot of value in a deck like this, and another one that can kind of shut off a thing that we're kind of already trying to accomplish with a Tidebinder. So outside of that, we're going to hop into the game, see how they go, and I hope you all enjoy. If you do, please be sure to subscribe. I truly appreciate it, and I'll catch you all in their games. Oh, we do get to go first here, which is kind of cool. We have a red land, which isn't like ideal, but it's blue, and that's primarily our deck, so it should be fine. Land scout. This could also hit another land, so it should be fine. Yep. Very potentially have active counter spells for most of the game, so let's not allow them to get Make Disappear available. Let us just get the Epicure down, or Hex Sketch. Why did I say Epicure? Baldarian. Other Merfolk you get sacrifice non-create. Yeah, so this, I haven't used this before. Okay, there we go. I was like, I haven't used this before. I actually don't know how it works that well right now. Let us play this to see if it reveals more information. Okay, that's probably not going to be too valuable in this match. It could be though. If this is Esper and they play Rafine, that'd be huge. So let's play this. Let's play Deep Root. We're going to attack, get a tapped Merfolk with Hexproof. Be pretty big. Yeah, if this is Esper, this will actually come in handy. Voldarian enters battlefield to power. Okay. I was trying to see if it was power, if it was less than power, like what exactly was on it. Now we get to move to combat with these and hold the Hex Catcher. We're attacking for a ton. We can actually shut off this Kaido here. I also could have sacked the Merfolk. I was too focused on doing other things, which is kind of funny. But they're looting here. I just shut it off in general, but I don't think if they're looting, oh, they could have a reanimate spell. Let's let it happen, because we should be able to counter an ETB if it's like a portal to Phyrexia. The red mana kind of made me think that that's what it would be. Yeah, no attack here. I just present like lethal here. Um, 3, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12. I can also take this. Yeah. No kick. Don't need to. Has summoning sickness? They are. Am I tripping? Is there a reason I had summoning sickness? First. It's a little bit awkward based on how his hand is, but I think his hand's fine enough. We'll do this. We'll play Siren right away. Make a map, and if we enter this tap, maybe we can. Maybe we just, if we don't draw a land, we'll probably just map here. Map. See what happens. Gotta let it go. Play land, not stopping anything right now, so we'll hit. We keep up with Dinos. Let's see if they play a 6/6 right here. Alright, well, we lucked out on that one. Still no mana source. Now it's like, what do we do? This is a Merfolk. It won't get buffed. Oh boy, it's all bad. Just play the boat. I was thinking about flashing this in on their turn, but I think we just play the boat. Right now, if they don't really play like a decent dino, we have good blocks. Yep. I'm gonna pay to have it fight my siren. We bring up the boat. You know. Now it's determining how aggressive they want to play. I just say it'd be a little insane to me, but I'm not their boss. So one more land and then they get into that like comfortable 5-drop territory, or even like the 4-drop territory if they don't have a land. So I think we have to play the slinger here. Take this. We're at 19. So I bring up the boat. Unsure. I think not. I think I just use it as a defensive mechanism. I don't want to really give them their lore keeper back, and lore keeper can't get us mana because we don't play any dinos. At least there might be a hidden text on one of my cards that says he's dino, but I doubt it. But realistically, we can use lore keeper to crew up our little boat here. We do this mainly because dinos don't typically play instant speed stuff, but maybe that's what we're seeing here. The sage you. Okay. Take the action. We need more blue than green, barring what our hand kind of says here. Sure. Seems a little bit smelly of desperation, but what if we do this, then we do this, then we do this, then we trigger this and do all this. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start the train of going wide, where Valdarian Hexcatcher will actually be a massive punch. It's got trample. That's a little tough. It also has trample. Good to go wide here, though. One of the reasons you saw us take their mana, as you can see, they're stuck on 3 lands. We don't have the boat anymore, so I'm cool with sacrificing this. It actually blocks more this way than jumping in front of these because they have trample. Now I don't care about this. This is expendable. This can get pumped up to 6. Play this and we just ambush them. I think that's an answer. We just attack with, it's non-token. Okay. I almost messed up. This definitely says if one or more non-token Merfolk you have. So we secretly have 10 power in play. We're just not going to tell them about it. Sure. I assume we'll see an all-out kind of aggressive attack because in their mind it's just picking off 1/1s. Yep, we see it. Now we can counter any spell here. We only need to block enough that makes it not lethal, so we can hit back for lethal if it's at all possible, and I'm not sure if it is. Well, this block's pretty easy. Or we can just go ahead and like roughly trade off the board here. I don't think if there's a world that we can do it like that. Then we can just play this grindy game because we're going to keep making Merfolks every turn. Did I not block this? Did not. Double block, double block. Yeah, it's fine. Take a little bit of damage here. play Kamano? Why? I mean, I guess that would have been a way to dump me, but it seems a little loose, in my opinion. I'm not your dad, so I can't stop you. Attack like this. I'd like to trigger and make 3 more of these. Let it hit. We'll play Scout. That's fine, because we can remove something out of our way next turn, potentially. We'll play this boat. We're not going to play this because we don't want to go down any lower. We just hold a big line. Anything important we can counter, like fight rigging or something like that. Let's just cover this whole thing up here. Yes. Yeah, I'm covering it all up because if I see a Kamano, the only thing I'm really afraid of at that point, which is like, I guess this is what Kamano could bring, is like Monstrous Rage could technically be viable in that deck. You already are making, like, for example, if you turn 3 the giant Dino, Monstrous Rage doesn't sound that crazy to be putting on that because it obviously doesn't have trample. But if I can make it 9 power on turn 4 with trample, why would I not? You know what I'm saying? So I could definitely see Monstrous Rage being a card there. That's why we covered it up entirely. Opponent goes first. We have 3 draws to find another land. Sure. Kind of 4 draws now. Mage is good, but again, I need mana. Make it very awkward for Callan to get in here, but okay. This deck before, it's just not coming to my head what it is. I'm holding back for Hex Catcher in case I need to block something, I want to trade something out, something like that. Or I flash it in and I counter an important 3-drop. It's non-creature spell, right? Yeah. Sure. Hit and land, that's in Gonjo. It's kind of important. No legendary creature in play currently. Yep. Vanguard's good. This might be enough to bait him. Nothing? Okay. Look at you, smart fella. I mean, kind of obvious, I guess. But either way. I think we hold for the Tidebinder. Until they play something important that produces tokens, I'm not worried. But Tidebinder can also shut that down. Gonjo's not counterable by the Hex Catcher as well. Guess we let that happen, right? I would prefer the map tokens instead of like losing them. Playing Gonjo. We play Callan. Could shut that off, but I'd rather shut off the attack trigger at Callan. So nervous to attack. Really kind of funny. They just attack with that. Yeah, I don't care. That's fine. Do we want to flash this in? No, because we want to shut off Callan if we can. Miss land drop is not good though. Well, I guess we can just trade off Callan if that's the case. Then this will trigger. It'll go up. Block there. These can double block there, I guess. Well, they won't be able to double block. I hate this game. This game's hard. We could just play this and it's a brick wall of its own. They have to remove it. Guess that's a good enough plan as any. They would still have to sacrifice a creature here, and hopeful initiate's like bad for the schooner, not necessarily bad for anything else. So they can get rid of my map tokens, but it's not that big of a deal. Pass again. Just not really about getting in here. I'll play a scout. And getting the board wide and potentially finding spells that work well. Make a lot of sense. The pause on the sack. Should I get lost here? That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Where the Foundry is holding priority. We'll leave that on top because it'll just, in general, scare our opponent. Put 2-3 in. Can't necessarily, because right now the problem is if they attack, and you might be like, why don't we play this? If they attack, they'll get 2 counters on hopeful initiates because of this 3 power, and then they can wait until I crew this up and then pay 3 mana to blow this up because it's artifact or enchantment. So we don't want to do that. I could attack with this, see if they do any weird block, but I doubt it. Also, if they're playing a second copy of Nganjo, they have a land they can bring up. There's a lot of bad things that can happen when this attacks. That's pretty good. Got 9 humans. Now we see them turn the gas on off of 1 card. It's a land. What do you find? Really hope it's air. Cavern I would consider to be air here. And Kellen hits a land on top as well. A little bit of flood from our opponent. We'll take out the Kellen, I think. Like this, I believe, is the way. I think Kellen provides way too much value later on. The pause there was the mana to blow up like a map or something. Sure. Whenever a creature you control explores a land, you may put a land or from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Whenever a creature you control explores a non-land, put 1 counter on it. So, do it here to try to make this big. Hopefully, it's just a land. Did it put it on the battlefield tapped? It is. If it is, we're actually going to decline this. Because we want this to come in untapped. Normally, that's a good ability to trigger, but we just don't want to do that right now. Now, we could Siren Hexcatcher, but I'm actually going to shut off this card. My plan. Oh, with this having Vigilance, I'm going to attack. If I could blow something out with this Hexcatcher, which they know about, I have to start working the game down eventually, because there's a lot of cards that they can play. Sure. I could prevent that. Yeah, that's fine. A triple block here. Well, the guy that gains life is my least concern of all time. So we're going to block like this. Then we're going to flash this guy in. The Merfolk. So, Yes. Taking out a land and their lord that takes everything and makes it pretty difficult to deal with in general. Seems like a good idea to me. Play Spyglass, kind of use it as a chump blocker if needed. We have a lot of maps. I did not expect them to block their lord as well. I know they saw the epic. I know they knew about this, obviously, but it's a little wild to see. Now they have to make a decision. They want to attack with NT here, and then maybe loot away the card in their hand. Recruitment officer is actually really good, though. Setting up for the turns to come. If they activate it, I'll Tidebinder it. So realistically, they have no turn to come. Why would you use my cavern there? Use my basic green source, please. Land. This triggers. We haven't played a land this turn, so we decline. We'll just play it. Know why we have this in the deck? Our opponent does not. Let us put a counter here, I guess. If we hit one, we do. Put it on top because it's not a bad creature in general at all. And I really think you should probably try to get aggressive here because I think their plan is, unless they draw something incredibly strong, is to activate Recruitment Officer. And they're at such a high life total, we actually have to start closing the game at some point. Still a little hesitant to play this because they do have chances to activate it. Here comes Tidebinder to shut off this Recruitment Officer completely. That ability is no longer activated. This basically time walk them. So we'll take it and then they can seed off of that. Alright, we go first here. This was a Merfolk. We'd try to probably play it on one. Well, we probably should play it on one anyway. This will come down eventually, just not right now, I guess. Their hand curves out still. So let's play the Siren. This is the only downside to playing these and not necessarily playing all Merfolk creatures, is like a situation like this. But I'm not like so opposed to that. Like I don't really care that much. I think here we can just crack a map, play the Vine Stock, and we find one there. A green source could mean a lot of things. Could mean Golgari, which is bad for us. Maybe. Although this will probably find a lot of value. Green white kind of tells me it's enchantment. Ugh. So, boy, oh boy. What do we do here? Definitely attacking. I'll use the Hex Catcher, I guess. Sure. It's gonna be a matchup I don't think we can keep up with, to be honest. Because this is gonna be so hard for us to take advantage of or even remove. I kind of already want to concede. I just don't know if we realistically, without a Tidebinder at any point here, like I just don't realistically think we have a chance. But I'm gonna try to play it out, I guess. That's fine. Flash this in. Oh man. Can't have one without the other, I suppose. And now we hold. We have a lot of power here, but Ossification is really bad. 1 mana, so they can afford to play it. Really have no troubles or qualms. Sure. Put up a little on the Naturalist. Yeah. I could counter it, but then I'm losing anyway. Just have to hope for a mistake, I think. It's like not likely. This is gonna get huge, even out of this range. Like, realistically, my only chance is to do this. It's not even a good chance. Yeah. Yeah, make this appear. You're a little late. Even though it's gonna be so hard to get you active. Boy. They get block here. I mean, pry. I don't have a way to give trample right now, so I guess we hold. Not a fan of what's happening right now. Not a fan at all. Oh, I mean, that gave me an out, kind of. Also not an enchantment, so this won't come back. That's tough. And we have to block like that. This is the only thing holding this back. Do that, and then we pass. Probably be dead. It's like the slowest death of all time. They're still up on cards. They got so much happening. I mean, yeah. Like, why am I sticking around? There's no point. I don't really play anything that can, like, bounce them all, which maybe, like, that's arguably what we should do. But so far, Enchantments has been the only matchup I'm like, I probably can't win this one. Go first. And where this is kind of awkward. Sure, we'll keep. Because I think the following plays are so good. Play beside you. Not really reveal information. I'd have to assume this is Jess guy over anything else. But there's blue, so we play Cavern. We'll flash in the Hex Catcher, maybe in response to something. Irit. Oh god. Yeah, that's fine. That's just worth it? Doesn't really feel like it. I don't know why I'm dying. Let's play this, I guess. Set up with this. Pass. They try to play like a 3-drop artifact. Hex Catcher can counter it. We're in definitely like a weird spot, but I want the value of this conductor and exploring. That is fine. Not a whole lot I can do about it. Sure. That is also fine. It is more of an aggro deck, so. I'll counter with that. You can swing your 3 damage if you'd like. I just take care of the problem now. I mean, one of these sticks around. It's going to be the Siren in the air. Then I can take the Tomb Raider. Sure. Figure it out. I don't think they thought I would double block here, but I definitely am. I don't want to hold this. If I can kick it, it's so strong. This has a lot more value on it. Let's do this. We hit another Siren, which is not the worst, I think. Although maybe it is. I should have threw it. We'll hold this back and we'll flash in a Hex Catcher if we need to. I should have thrown that because if I find one more land, that this is going to be pretty much unstoppable for a while, I think. It'll come in, it'll be a 4/4, and if they play another one of these, which might have been why they attacked. Whenever it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You reveal an artifact or pirate card from among them, put it in your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay, sure. Find another one. Start the cycle again. That's what you call a combo deck. Find that guy which has words and text on it that I probably need to read. Text, choose one that hasn't been chosen. Create treasure, target creature can't block his turn. Exile top card library, you can play this turn. Okay. We flash in this guy. Get the gasoline cooking. We have pirates, so this guy's good. We play this. The map. Do we activate map? I think the answer is yes. Worst case scenario, we get a second 2/2. I'm throwing because I'm looking for a land. These are not Merfolk, so it's not technically like the best thing ever here. If I find another land source, play that, of course. No, this is why we want another land source, because if we can get this, that'd be great. How they make a treasure, I would assume. Yeah, so all 3 modes here get activated. Actually, less than, right? Yeah, so I have to kick it either way, because if it would enter as 3 power, be able to take this, but let's do this. Actually, let's take the damage. Oh, that's a treasure, I guess. We can make him use it to counter this boat. Or potentially counter the boat. Still don't think it's worth it. It's a weird situation I'm in. We find land, and now we get to do really cool stuff. Don't let it screw you over like that, though. I guess it doesn't matter. We can use the green. Don't need the red. So if I was so focused on this potentially needing kicks for a ton at some point. We'll take this. They can obviously crew here. Kind of prevent me from doing anything if they wanted to. But pirate and pirate. Create treasure token. The top card library. We play it this turn. I don't think that'll do anything. They want to block with their 1/1. They can block with their 1/1. Not that opposed. I don't have a whole lot of 1-drops, and we have a lot of them out. So I didn't want to take a wheel and hit in one of the 6. As an uncounterable boy. You want to be somewhat careful there. I mean, they have spells in their deck, so maybe not. It's always awkward whenever you see, like, you're trying to play some amount of non-creature spells. What is this? Yeah, they see the line. Is this... Is there layers there that allow that to happen? That's crazy. That's nuts. I don't care what you really attack with, to be honest. One attack here, not gonna affect me much. We'll take it. That's losing all abilities. So you would think. You would think. What, Ward 1? I'll play this game. Non-pirate. Hi, me from the future again. I love being an idiot while playing the games of Magic the Gathering and not reading. The thing is clearly on the prompt on my screen that says target a creature you control first, because this card says for each player, so we have to target ours and theirs, and I'm just really dumb. So everything's fine. I figured it out. We'll just move on because we don't have to talk about it anymore. The reason that doesn't work. All right, so this is our approach on Merfolk. I changed it a little bit from what I've currently been seeing. I played like Merfolk pirates pretty much. The reason for that is I think just playing Merfolks is not good enough. Normally, if one set is printed with a archetype like Merfolk or like human or something, is generally not enough. Maybe there's a couple Merfolks and other sets that could come and play here, but they're kind of going to revolve around other mechanics. They just happen to be a Merfolk in addition to what other thing they're trying to do. So here we didn't necessarily go all in on just Merfolks. As you can see, we played the pirate here, the Siren Pirate, and we also played this guy, because we really wanted to shut off some abilities and also generate a earlier game plan in terms of having more one drops than just one singular one drop. Because I think that's the kind of game plan we're wanting to be on. The amount of times that we want to be able to play a one drop, play this, and kind of have it up and active and kind of being a scary threat to our opponent in order to remove our one drop is, I think, pretty important, especially when we come in and we play this. It explores. Now it's a 2/2. We get a good attack in with it. We establish Schooner, and then next turn they'll get hit for 3, and then this will grow, maybe, I guess, potentially. And then if they remove this, then we're left behind with still the 2/2, or maybe even the 3/3 now, thanks to this. So we didn't lose any power at front, but we got to explore and dig deeper in the deck potentially. Other than that, I played one other creature that I haven't seen a lot. And I kind of know why, because it doesn't necessarily feel that strong. I definitely over-evaluated sometimes how much mana I would have. The Storm Coast and the Rockfall Veil, like, you could play them, but realistically, you're only going to ever do this for 5. And it can sometimes enter for 5 power and toughness. But when I first read the card, I thought it said power equal to or less than. It only says less than, so it's actually not near as relevant as I thought in terms of being able to take a lot of permanents that our opponent controls. So it's definitely a wish-washy card for me, whether you should play it or not. So take that as you will. Other than that, the deck was cool. I liked it. I don't prefer this over the like blue-white Tidebinder deck list that I played, and that's kind of why I brought this deck list out. Build it here is because I kind of wanted to play more Tidebinder and then maybe try it with the other Merfolks like Valdarian Hexcatcher, which I haven't actually played with ever until today. A lot of these cards I haven't played with till today, I don't think. I've played with this. No. Did a little bit, I guess. No. I never played with these cards before, so if there was a couple of mistakes, that's on me. Playing entirely new cards sometimes, even though you might have seen them, which I don't think a lot of people have seen a lot of these cards very often or at a high enough frequency that you would get used to kind of what they're doing and what the game plan of each card does. But other than that, I enjoyed playing the deck list. I hope you all enjoyed watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.